Can you talk about your battle with dyslexia? And I know we've touched on it, but how you've, because every time I talk to you, which is often, we're talking about a new book, right? And we're talking about different ways of different things that we're learning, different things that we're working on, different projects. Can you talk about the dyslexia and how you went about overcoming that, I guess, for lack of a better word?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was, and I'm not sure I did a really good job of it when I was younger, right? I think you're just, the maturity as you get older, you kind of think about things differently. So when I was younger, I got some special help from I went to a grammar school, public grammar school in Wolcott, Connecticut, right? And had some great teachers, right? Got some special help. My mother got me some help outside of school, but I never really embraced it, right? I never embraced, like, I would never allow any of the teachers or extra time or anything like that. It was more of an embarrassment where I thought I was embarrassed because I had dyslexia, right? And that's probably not the best way to handle it, right? And this is going back, a long time. So as I got older, I kind of just learned ways to cope with it without bringing attention to myself. So in high school, it was more of, hey, listen, I'm not gonna set the world on fire in high school for my grades wise, because I've had some struggles. And then as I got to college, the same stuff. It was like I needed to think about how do I learn in college, right? So I started to do. It's funny is I would spend a ton of time at the library. I know that's shocking for the people that know.
That library at Creighton was a great place to hang out, though.
100%. Yeah, right. I had dual interest in that, like, but for me, it was honestly what I would do is I would take some of my texts and have the words read back to me, right? And that was kind of the first start of, okay, well, I am ingesting this way faster because I'm having this read to me, and I'm now retaining that, right? So this kind of goes back to, you got to figure out how you learn, right? I could read anytime, but I just don't read super quick, right? But if I have it read to me and I'm looking at the words directly, then I'm probably twice as fast as someone else, right? So you just got to figure out what that looks like. So, the more you can embrace that and the quicker you can embrace that, the better you can be. But I'm also a realist around, kids with any disability is, are the teachers equipped to do it? Or do they understand what that feels like as a kid? Are they putting the space for them to grow and to learn? Right. Yes and no. So she's going to she got some great teachers, right? I got some really good teachers who made an impact on my life. But I think, getting back to your point is, until I owned it and talked about it out loud, and that really didn't really happen until my early 30s. I'm not sure it became a strength for me. It became I should rephrase that. That's the only way it became a strength for me, when I started to own it.
Right.
And what that looks like, and kind of thinking through, what that means to me and what do I need to do. And then also empowering myself to, be a leader and think about things differently, and knowing and a confidence that you can get things done, even though you do have a disability.
Right. And I love that. You said so much there in the last 2 or 3 sentences. You talk about space for you to learn and grow, right? And we'll get into how you do that in business, because it's so important. You talk about owning it. I like to call it running to the fight. So in other words, somewhere along the line, someone was able to pull it out of you, talk about it. It's okay to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out, and let's leverage it. Right. Let's figure out how, instead of being a crutch, it becomes a tool. It becomes, a weapon for your growth.